Hey folks, Ron here, back with another RPG supplement flip through. Today, I'm covering the One Ring Moria through the Doors of Durin. This has been a setting that I have been waiting for a long, long time as a Lord of the Rings and Middle Earth fan in general, and as a role player. I haven't gotten into role playing in Middle Earth from official RPG until the One Ring Second Edition. I have played hacks of games like Mouse Guard and of course D&D, but I really love the One Ring Second Edition. And now that we have a Moria supplement, I'm very happy. And let's look through this. And I guess this is really my very first impressions, but I have not delved deeply into the book yet. I have so many other things going on. But anyway, here we go. We have the One Ring Moria through the doors of Durin. Look at that cover art. It is fantastic. And we have here on the next two pages a top down and a side view of the mines of Moria, which this isn't exhaustive, by the way. You can still make stuff up, but this is pretty cool, I must admit. And with the Kickstarter, there's a big fold out map, and I believe there's a cloth map too. I don't remember what I have, but the credits, including lead writer Gareth Hanrahan. I really need to get Gareth on the podcast because I love a lot of his work. I don't follow all of his work, but some of the most fun adventures or RPG supplements that I have ever encountered have his name on it. He's either the lead writer or he's on the staff. So like, I gotta talk to that guy. Solo play by Sean Tompkin and Matt Click, father son duo. Love me some Sean Tompkin and Iron Sworn. The editors, Francisco Nepatello, and so on and so forth here. All right. Here we have the table of contents, which looks like it spans over 2 pages, including a fairly extensive appendix with talking about different things and a supplemental appendix strictly on solo play, which is interesting. Introduction. In days of old, men and elves and dwarves built great cities and fortresses against the shadow. Their names passed into legend. Nargothrond and Gondolin, Nogrod and Belagost banished Numenor, while their ruins lie drowned beneath the western sea. Of all those mighty works, only one survived to the Third Age, Khazad-dûm. Next to it, the cities of Gondor are but newly built. Even the oldest trees in Fangor do not recall a time when the dwarves did not toil under the mountain. Ancient are the halls of Durin, and it goes on. I love this stuff. Got a little overview, talking about the cities and the mines, tale of years for the city. I like the time when they put timelines and stuff. Gives me a sense of context of where we actually stand. More beautiful art. Um, Looks like we got a section of Moria in your game and a campaign focus. I was trying to start a game with my One Ring group, but one of those guys got married and moved overseas, and that group is falling apart. And the other guy, he's kind of disappeared into the ether. Who knows where he is? But I enjoyed playing the One Ring, and I was really looking forward to playing the Moria campaign. But maybe with this new group, I have a chance to, or you can always do solo. Moria in the wider world. It talks about that. Forward, daughter of Dwalin. All right, folks, you're female dwarves with beards or without beards. Now, I like this interpretation of a beard. So, you know, I think when you see some of the Peter Jackson films, they actually have female dwarves in it, and I don't recall any beards, but I could be wrong. You know, I'm sure you folks will correct me if I'm wrong. But I kind of like basically the extended, I don't know, sideburns or what have you. Um, it you can definitely still get a feminine look, but you can also call that a beard. I mean, it's obviously a beard. You got obviously obviously has facial hair and everything like that. Anyway, I maybe I spent too much time talking about that. I was actually using for our daughter of Dwalin as a patron in my short-lived game. I love both styles of art here. And another female dwarf. Hall deer reference in the sky. Rumors table, that's always good. Nice art. I like this art. As a matter of fact, this is my screensaver on my desktop. Journeys in the Dark. Boromir muttered under his breath, but the echoing stone magnified the sound to a hoarse whisper that all could hear. In the deep places of the world, and thither we are going against my wish. Who will lead us now in this deadly dark? So this has got to be about the journey. Yeah, yep, journey sequence, uh, and the rules differences over land journeys. It's great that they have a section on describing Moria. Awareness, random chamber generator, which you're going to need because you're going to need a lot of it. A random orc band generator, ditto. Fell foes, chapter 4. Discussion of the orcs. We got some stat blocks. Orcs of Mordor, more stat blocks. Some dwarf. The Balrog. Attribute level 12, 150 endurance, might 3, not surprising. Hate 12, armor 5. Armor 5? Crazy. You're not wounding the Balrog easily. Ooh, Ash Wraith, Cave Bats, that's interesting. Marrow Eaters? Oh, wow. What are these? The dwarf spoke of thin-limbed creatures, human in size and shape, but with skin like a fish that glimmered with its own pale luminance. They had great bulging eyes without an iris or pupil, and long sticky fingers and long tongues for sucking fatty marrow from the bones of their victims. Interesting. See, not all the humanoid adversaries are dwarves or dwarves and orcs and whatnot. Tappers. The mansions of the dwarves. The dwellings or whatever. All right. The demo stater. I like that hat. So we got different locations here. I'm just gonna kind of flip through this. The second hall endurance bridge. You shall not pass. The last readout of the dwarves. Hidden. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. But all this, the game is set before Balin's expedition, so the Dwereldelf. And the King's Hall. Nice, nice. The Chamber of Mazapur. About the mountains here. I guess settlements kind of around it. Unlike that, it's not just, Moria itself, but it's the areas around Moria that they detail. That's always good to know. West Moria. The Lost Citadel, the Ringsmiths. I like that. The Doors of Durin. Speak, friend, and enter. The Deeps. The Ledge of Woe. Contemplate this on the Ledge of Woe. The Udun Temple. Oh, that'd be interesting. That'd be interesting to have an encounter there. There's some really cool stuff in this book. Just a lot of rich lore, both official and inspired. And to be perfectly honest with you, I don't know what I was expecting out of a Moria supplement, but this kind of stuff from this aspect is better than I expected. You know, we've hit the appendices. Talk about Balin's expedition, some other stuff. No section on Mithril. A Moria Magical Treasure Index. I was expecting to get more than a single page, but okay. Detail of the dwarves of Nagrad and Belagost. If you want to play those types of dwarves. And then we got this whole last section on solo play in Moria, where you craft a player hero, and then you're gonna also travel with a band, and the band will have its own sheet with allies and whatnot. So it's a different experience than standard Strider mode, because in standard Strider mode it's just yourself, whereas this there's more going on. You got more things to keep track of. That could be a good and bad. Of course, you know what you could do, like in the Elven Realms book, which I will do a flip through if you folks want me to. There are rules to making an Elf Lord, which basically is just a more powerful solo player for solo mode. I can see tweaking that. It doesn't have to be limited to elves. Like you want to make somebody on, I don't know, Aragorn's level, although not be Aragorn. Make a solo character with an extra level of oomph for some survivability and more power, which might make things fun for you depending on how you feel. All right, we've got shared callings, gathering allies, planning a mission, understanding missions. We got to be getting to the end of this, right? You got solo tools like charts and everything that you'll use to help you make some decisions. So you'll consult the bones, and they will tell you what is actually going on when you have questions. Section on battles, which of course is important. So I'm not sure if I want to play a solo character or try out the whole band thing with soloing in Moria. Got some stuff about consoles and everything like that. This is all in the solo section. This is for the solo stuff, right? So we'll see. I'm already running a solo Shadow Dart game on the channel. We got the index and some reference sheets, the map again, and the back cover, and that will do it. Let me know what you think of the Moria supplement. I will provide a link to purchase it below. Also, let me know if you want me to go through the other supplements, because there's the Lone Lands, the Lost Realms, the Elf book, which name I'm forgetting. There's also smaller supplements. There's also a huge house rules document put together by a individual who Discord name is Circle of Noms. Um, I think it's pretty cool. So let me know what you folks think. Thanks for watching, and until next time, see you later.